Hey everyone, Jim T. Graham with rcgroups.com, and we're super stoked to be talking to the fine folks from Gator RC. I also have Jason Cole. What's happening, Jason?
What's going on?
So, guys, Gator RC, I know there's some things you want to talk about, some possible deals for our users out there, but let's get started with when was Gator RC founded? How long have you been around? And did you guys just start flying RC recently? I'm joking.
So Gator RC, the website has been around for about 8 to 10 years now at this point. The brand has been around for a lot longer. It started off, we get asked this question probably at least on a weekly basis at where we're located, and everyone always thinks we're in Florida, which we are not. We're in
Right.
Sunny Chicago, outside of Chicago. But it started down in Florida with somebody who was just making parts. So there was maybe like, I don't know, a handful of things that they were making under the Gator RC brand. And when we bought F3A Unlimited, which is the pattern site, that came along with all of the products. Well, when we decided to start selling warbirds and jets, we didn't want to convolute the F3A side with that. So we started the website GatorRC.com. So we actually started the actual website, which is what everyone knows now. So that's kind of the evolution of where the Gator came from. But yeah, we have no affiliation to Florida.
Well, I knew the original owner, and he was a friend of mine. The Ron Chigi from Pensacola, Florida. He's USA champion in F3A back in the 70s. Big name. And that went, and the company eventually in the mid 90s went to the new owner in Springfield, Missouri. Our company acquired Gator RC in 2007. Me personally and my wife, we acquired F3A Unlimited about 13 years ago. So, and then we just kind of, what happened was we were doing only pattern planes, and with Top RC model, we had the opportunity to start to bring in warbirds and jets, and we didn't feel as it was a good mix with F3A. It'd be like,
got it.
Trying to sell food at Best Buy or something. Right. It make any sense,
I think the special thing about you guys is you're based here in America and you're a family-run company. And Ashley, I know that you handle a lot of you and I talk all the time, but I think it's kind of special to have a company that sells really nice airplanes that's also family-run here in the U.S.
Yeah, I would say that one of the things that we get a lot of is we answer our phones.
Right.
Which so many, and that's not to dog on any of the other companies, but so many of the other companies at this point in time don't do that anymore. And it's actually interesting when we answer the phone, we'll get a lot like, oh, I wasn't ready. They're still chewing their food. They're like, I wasn't expecting someone to answer the phone. And then they're always just really happy that they can. We have a ton of people that don't order online. They actually order through the phone. They aren't comfortable on a computer or what have you, but we'll have them call in all the time and place their orders. So it's nice that we're small enough still that we can do that and provide that to our customers. And we're happy to answer the phone.
So with all that information, everyone that's listening, we do have some interesting things to share on planes right now. So I'm going to jump over to the website. You think that's a good idea, guys?
Sure.
All right. And I understand that we have some deals going on.
Yeah, so started yesterday. It'll go through Valentine's Day, which is the 14th, if you're not aware. But we do have 10% off of all the in-stock Top RC models. So anything that we have actually still here will be on sale. We do have a container coming as well, but those will not be. So Jim, I'll actually tell you where to go here so you can find it easier. If you go to departments at the top.
Departments, yes.
And then you can go to jets all the way at the top.
Jet planes.
Oh, the first one. Got it.
And then you could click straight onto Top RC model. And then anything with obviously the 10% marking, you'll see like the orange that markup. Awesome. So So all of those are discounted down. Some of them we only have like one in stock left. So if it's something people are interested in, I would not hesitate on it. I know some of them went really quick yesterday when we opened up the sale. And then there's also the Warbird. So we have a few of those on sale as well. So yeah.
Which one of those jets is your favorite? Everybody's got to have a favorite.
Well, I don't fly jets, but I do love that one. I love the way that Arctic camo
F-16,
really pops.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
I like both the schemes, but for some reason that black and white and gray scheme just really really is
Pops.
we have this Navy Voyager on sale as well. That one is actually a newer scheme for us. And I think I don't know if you go to Voyager. There it is, the very first one there. So that one actually, we just recently, sometimes we don't have photos on them because they come in a huge box, and for us to unload the box and take photos of it isn't always smart, because then we can't pack it back in the way that it came. So we finally got updated photos on this one, and I just think this one is so sharp. I love the red, black, and white. I think it looks awesome.
The Voyagers, you can tell by the picture there, it's pretty big.
That's huge.
It's 128 inches long.
Wow.
Anywhere from like a 200 to a 300 turbine, but that's probably the best flying turbine on the market today. It's
It's a big boy jet.
Everybody
That's
that
awesome.
owns one will brag about how it flies.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
Yeah,
Super
that one's
cool.
definitely a steal at the 10% off too. So
Between our two companies, we sell over 300 different types of airplanes, which I'm going to claim we're number one as far as how many offerings we have for different types of airplanes. Because we control Top RC Model North America. We control Sebart, North America. We partner with another company in all distribution of Seagull in North America. And those are three major brands that we're lucky enough to have control over.
It's really amazing. I've flown and built all kinds of RC aircraft, but I've never really gotten into a RC of this scale. So the dedication, not to mention the knowledge, just to get one together, much less be brave enough to put it in the air and scoot it around Joe Nall and places like that. It is one of my favorite things to see fly, though. Jason and I shoot the demo line at Joe Nall, and when a jet like that comes running down the runway 2 feet off the ground with the flaps down, it is the coolest plane in the area.
No doubt. Growing up, my dad has been flying since he was 6 years old. So obviously when I was growing up, I had been to the field many a times, but he flies pattern, right? That's really all he got his turbine waiver. He flies turbines, all that kind of stuff now, but he only flew pattern when I was growing up, really. And to me personally, I can't find that more boring. It's just not my thing. But now we go to these jet shows and the Warbird shows, and I love a jet show. You just sit there and you're staring in the sky. They're real jets, but they're just miniature version. Yeah. You know what I mean? And it's so cool. And there's some great flyers out there. And when they get like a show guy out there and he's going nuts and doing all these tricks, I'm just like staring in the sky and I'm telling everyone about it. And like the jets are they're on another level. They're incredible to watch, but and some people don't like them. We carry to every type of plane you could want, but just for me personally, watching those jets, I just think it's the coolest.
And you can't describe it to anyone if they're not in the hobby and have never experienced it. Even if I did the very best description I could, when you actually see it in front of you, your mind is blown. It's crazy.
Yep, no doubt.
Well, we have these sales running. When is this over? I know you already said it once.
Yeah, so it's over on Valentine's Day. The other things that we have on sale too. So I don't know if people realize this, but Gator RC branded products. So if you just click on that banner,
the one I was on.
Yeah, if you click on that one, it'll show all those Gator RC products. We carry thousands of products that we've branded. We have wing tubes. We have, of course, I'm going to blank on everything. We have wing tubes. We have servo extensions. We've got ball links. We've got servo arms, and we've got everything you need, really. to build your planes. I think that's the one nice thing about our company too, is we are like a one-stop shop. Like whatever we sell, we can accessorize for you. It's very rare that we don't have something that you're going to need. And the great news is too, if you don't have it, this guy is like a wealth of knowledge and knows where absolutely everything is. And you can be like, oh yeah, you can get that product from, this company or what have you. But all those products that we sell under the Gator RC brand, those batteries, they're all on sale. So it's a great time to just get what you need for building and for the season, and just stock up so that you're ready to go. Oh yeah, and our merchandise is on sale. Our new sweatshirts.
Who is this guy? Is a guy working in the warehouse?
Yeah, that's he's a show guy. No, I don't know who that guy is.
Johnny. I know who this is. That's Johnny. These are pretty swanky.
Yeah.
So
Me
what events
personally,
are you guys? Say it.
I've been in the hobby since 1959.
So you've seen it all.
I'm old, but I'm not really that old.
Right. Well, experience is worth everything. So I think it would take that much experience to have that much stock in that many different items. I can't even. Jason and I have sort of done it, but to the very small scale of what you guys are doing over there, it's amazing.
Yeah, we've had, since we took over the business, we've had a 500% increase in sales.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, if you're on Flying Giants, you definitely know Gator RC. Gator RC is also cruising around RC groups in different places. I'm always trying to do a Gator article. I'm a little upset with myself that I didn't get this sell feature out, so I will work on that today since time is running out.
And what shows are you guys going to be at this year?
So we haven't quite figured that out yet. It's really hard for us to actually get out to shows, being that we're, it's just really the three of us that are running it. When we're out at a show, it makes getting the shipping out and answering the phones much more complicated. So we typically don't get out to a lot of shows, but we do have a lot of great brand ambassadors. We've got Brendan McCormick, who he goes out to shows, and he's a guy that knows all about Gator RC. He had an opportunity to come visit. Jim, I think you've talked to him before on our behalf, but he had an opportunity to come and visit like a couple months ago, and so he got to meet us finally after like 5 years of working with us. And so he's out at shows a lot. We've got Victor Diaz, who's from Florida. He's a great brand ambassador. He helps with the jets and the warbirds that we sell. So if you're ever at a show and have questions about our products, they are two go-to guys all the time. Dave Murray, that a lot of people would know, he's out there. Those are really our guys that are, I'm probably missing people too, but there are people out there that help us a lot, and we couldn't do this without them. They're out there on our behalf, and we just, not that we're not opposed to going to shows, and we did go to a lot, I would say like a year or two ago, but we just realized that it's as we grow and as we get more sales, one of the things that they've come to expect from us is that we ship out extremely quickly. We ship out within 24 hours. And so when we have a lull where they're gone and they're not getting their products, it's not great on that end either. So we don't really get out to many shows, me and him personally. My dad will be out at a pattern show in a couple weeks in Mesa. More for his
the second largest F3A event of the year is in there are 2 weekends, subsequent weekends. So there'll be in 2 weeks from now, we'll be in Apache Junction, flying at the AMA field, which is, I don't know if anybody, it's on Real Flight. It's called Superstition Air Park. It's an amazing field. We'll be there. And then the weekend after that, they have another contest. So what happens is people pretty much from anywhere from the Midwest to all the West Coast will be at that event. It'll be the second largest event of the year. It's kind of like the Daytona 500. It's at the beginning of the season,
All right. Well, I've got an idea for you. Here's what you do. You at that show, you bring a real live pet alligator, and anybody that can successfully wrestle the alligator gets 10% off or free shipping or something.
Yeah, well, there you go. Marketing, man.
That's great.
So will you be selling at the shows or just showing at the shows?
I might have FR Sky show up with us.
Okay.
Right now, I don't know if you guys know, but that is we've been in the business a long time, and that's the hottest product I think I've ever seen.
Wow.
Is FR Sky radios. It's something that we affiliated with in the last 6 months, and it's pretty much blows me away how many people are gravitating towards this radio system.
Interesting. Well, hey to FR Sky, we appreciate them being sponsors on RC groups as well.
Yeah.
And I may be talking out of turn here, but if we're lucky, everyone, we may be getting more tips and tricks and experience from the Gator crew in the coming months. So stay tuned, hit subscribe, and check back and see what we have in store for you. And with that said, if you want to go check them out, you can always go to gator-rc.com and visit the website. You can also always find them on rcgroups.com. Their banners roll around all over the place. And there's an article or two as well. Is there anything you guys want to say before we step out into the news?
Personally, I'd like to thank you guys because it's been a really valuable partner of ours, and we appreciate it 100%.
Well, I do everything I can, and I'm always on the hunt. And as you know, if there's anything I need to be talking about, just shoot me an email, and I'll have it up in 24 hours.
Perfect.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
All right, everybody. We've been talking. I'm sorry, I interrupted you.
Oh, he said have a great day.
Yes. Gator RC, check them out. I thank you for your time and putting this all together. And keep an eye out for the sale that'll be in the link below in the description. Bye, guys.
Bye. Thank you.
Nice. So we're still rolling here on the news, and we're about to jump into all the news that's fit to be seen or that you might need to care about. Jason, I keep wondering how to say this to people. All the news you need to know is what I keep going with.
All the news you need to know, or any RC news you could possibly need or want to have in your life for all time RC groups.
And it's no kidding.
It's a little mouthful.
We both of us are always looking for RC news to talk about. And we actually have some good stuff this week. Like every week, I guess. And once again, big thank. Well, I'll thank them at the end. So let's just do an overview. We have a blog to check out. We have a new Synapse, yes, from Spectrum.
Mm-hmm.
We have an event to talk about. There's a brand new plane from E-Flight. And What the Heck Wednesday, a favorite of everyone. Composite RC Gliders has a new one. Jason, I want you to comment on that.
Yeah,
we have a slim wing solution and a little bit more. So we'll start out with the blog of the week. Is it a new blog of the week, or is it our same trusty blog of the week?
No, it's not Vic this week. This is a new member, D glider guy. Anyway, he's just, he posted a blog about building the Great Plains Electric Hub, which
I like electric club.
Coincidentally can be flown with gas or electric. But he put a Fox 15 in it, and I just think that's, cool. There's still guys out there flying glow and building projects. So this is a kit, right? So you got to build it. And he puts together a nice looking airplane. It's like a semi-scale plane, which he comments on, like it's nice because you don't have to spend as much time just fully doing all the details to make it like a true scale plane. It can just be more of a fun semi-scale sport plane. And looking forward to getting it up in the air. Pretty cool.
Much like muscle cars, I believe that glow will come back as kind of a nostalgia cool thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's
vintage.
Yes. And next we have, this came out yesterday.
Do you know anything about this? Because I everything I'm seeing or hearing is it's like game changing and amazing. So I'm like, I want to know more about it. I haven't had time to go look it up. So
I did read this.
Tell me.
Stabilization module is vastly improved over its predecessor. And we all know how important that is now. So evidently it's interacting with the AR2041-0T. And this is kind of all the stuff that you need. And there is no video. I went video hunting. Generally, that's how I get a nice little overview knowledge base.
Yeah.
But it just released, and not to a huge amount of fanfare. I forget how I found it. But I thought it would be important to get in the radio section and everyone looking at it. Should we?
Yeah.
I'm going to read about it. I'll read one paragraph and then we'll jump off. The revolutionary Spectrum Synapse flight stabilization module is vastly improved over its predecessor, the AS3000. Equipped with all the new AS3X Plus stabilization algorithm, the Synapse has been rigorously tested by experts who we've probably eaten dinner with throughout the hobby and has been put to the ultimate test. Spectrum has taken years of customer feedback on the AS3000 on the purpose-built, I might have said that wrong, the Synapse with turbine aircraft and giant scale in mind. Okay. Its lightweight design and innovative features make it an ideal choice for pilots needing the best in-flight stabilization in the world's complex model. So that was my takeaway. If you fly big, expensive airplanes that you care about, this would be the thing to drop in it.
Yeah, just bring that little AS3X technology to the big boy planes.
And I've been doing this bigger and bolder at the bottom here. You can always click right here to go look at the product page. And let's see if Andy's in here. I don't see him in here. Well, Miguel. So this is the great part about Horizon and RC groups or Flying Giants. If you have a question, the Spectrum dev team is right there answering them, which is great. That's a direct, try to call somebody or something. This is a great way to get your questions answered. So jump in this thread. Yeah,
that's the other nice thing about Horizon is it's not just a company filled with just corporate drones, right? It's hobbyists, right, that are working there. Like we know a lot of these guys. We'll see them at shows. We fly with them, and a lot of them are on RC groups, participating in the forums, answering questions. It's a great resource.
I want to just say I forgot to have my glasses on, and so no one has seen my eyeballs, which is important in a video. I apologize.
Don't talk to me about glasses.
To the Gator team. Oh yeah, you gotta wear glasses.
I'm this close to having to wear reading glasses.
I thought when you were 19, you didn't have to wear glasses.
No, I don't have to wear glasses at all. Yeah, if I was only 19 again.
I'm gonna have to admit something about my age. I just turned 28, and the scary part is that I'm so close to 30. It's unbelievable for me. It's frightening. What am I doing?
The Benjamin Button.
Jets over Georgia. Have I ever?
This is going to be cool. No, this is so basically it's the inaugural event for this new field. Like they constructed it, built it out. It's got I believe it's like 1,000-foot paved, super nice runway. Cool place, brand new, pretty much. And this will be the first event in Georgia, not too far away from us, really.
Well, it looks like Bobby's been taking some awesome photos. So Bobby. Very pretty. And I'll jump back over here. It is April 4th through the 6th in Hope, Georgia. So if you're down in GA,
go play with them.
This is new. This showed up yesterday. It is the E-Flight UMX P-51D Detroit Miss. P-51, the top-selling RC plane at all times. I don't know if that's still the case, but I do know back when we were selling airplanes that P-51s always were the winner.
So I looked at that photo before I read the title, and I'm thinking it's a 1-2 meter E-Flight foamy. I didn't realize it was ultra micro, and it's just it just shows how they've progressed and the ability to make those things just look that good and detailed in the ultra micro. It's just they used to be really basic chintzy looking planes, and now they're awesome.
You can't even tell.
Yeah. Pretty exciting. Looks
nice.
Like it performs really well too from that video.
Jason Merkel posts the information when new stuff comes out. Then I take it, turn it into a feature article so that it can be seen in a lot of different places. And then the great part is Jason usually is in the thread, providing more information, any videos that exist and all that good stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. Based on the amount of posts in that thread, it's going to be a pretty popular item.
Well, all these threads usually get 100,000 minimum views, and I've seen them go up to 600,000 and higher. So it's really remarkable how much people love this kind of stuff. What the Heck Wednesday, brought to you by Jason Cole of RCGroups.com.
Man, for once, it's not a crash. It's just a crazy, crazy looking. If you're listening to this on the audio version, you need to go to the website and check it out on the video because
it looks like a dragonfly.
It's a dragonfly with like 8 sets of wings, and it's giant. I mean, it's enormous. It's probably 12 feet long.
I guess it has turn it down a hair. I guess it has a gyro. It must, for something like that, you'd have to have a gyro just to get it the flight level.
Yeah, it is. It is just one of the most unique, wild looking things I've ever seen fly. And it actually works. I mean, it's in the air right now flying, and those wings are just flapping away. And
You
they
can
have
hear
control.
that's the squeaking sound.
Yeah. It's got a weird, you know, metal constructed frame. It's like, I don't know, something you'd find in an industrial complex. They just mounted it to this thing, but it's got wheels and it lands.
The pilot is super cool. This guy has all the fashion going on.
I don't know how you can fly with gloves on. I can't do it. I have to not have gloves on. And maybe it's cold, but I can't fly with gloves, but he can do it.
Well, coming up with a new idea in the world of RC in this day and age, it's not easy. So big prop.
I think it's very fitting for the name. What the heck? I mean, it's just crazy looking.
Yes, yes. Hey, I did it. Hey, the guy's still happy.
Successful flight.
My beard is perfect, and now I've flown the weirdest airplane on earth. Very nice. I'm sure the military will be calling for whatever application it might work in. A Composite RC gliders. Great guys, great team, and really exquisite craftsmanship. This is for the RC pilot that is, or the sailplane pilot that is super serious about their bird. With the Astra 3.M, we bring you today a new exciting product for the F3F competition or fun flying on the slope. And
another cool name. Like, it's hard to get unique, good names these days because there's so many that have just been taken. But I like Ad Astra. I think that's pretty cool.
Ad Astra was the name of the first hydrogen balloon to ascend in 1784. And was the first purebred F3F competition model that CRG has brought into the market.
It's also a pretty bad movie with Brad Pitt.
Oh, I did not know. Let's take a look at the video here. And Jason, our resident sailplane expert.
This is again one of those videos and planes that makes me wish I lived near a slope site that was good, because this is the ultimate, F3F kind of competition style or just for fun on the slope, but it just looks awesome. But it's not something I could really use here. I could bungee launch it or winch launch it, but yeah, you really want to be on the slope to take advantage of what this thing is capable of,
to ride the wave of wind.
But yeah,
now, what about on the beach? Could you fly this on a beach using the
in the dunes? Yeah, if you got some of the beaches that have the sand dunes that are raised up. Yeah, the beach is the best because it's that smooth laminar airflow. It's just beautiful to fly in.
We're watching this beautiful plane fly over like almost AI created landscape.
It's got to be Europe somewhere, right? It's my guess.
Definitely Europe. I think that I saw this company on the site and reached out to the owner. He and I have spoken quite a bit, and they are advertisers on the site. We appreciate that. So support them while they support us creating these awesome airplane or sailplanes.
Yeah, really good stuff there.
And then I went and cherry picked some photos that you can check out. We're looking at them now, listeners. Here we go.
Yeah. Composite, really well constructed, really well designed. It's just, it's high end, really good stuff. Yeah.
And so what I'm doing these days is I'm putting links to the stories in a feature article, and in the description of this video, it'll link you straight to all the things we talk about. This was from composite-rc-gliders.com. Boy, I'm breaking into my radio voice, and that's not good. This in from Hitec. The Slim Wing Solution, the HS7115TH titanium gear. This thing has a lot going for it. It is an 8mm design for thin wings, 3-pole ferrite motor for durability, titanium gears. I guess that's as good as it gets, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's good stuff.
Be shearing.
It's legit, like strong, high end. Again, another high end servo here.
Dual ball bearing, 7.5 volt, 2-cell LiPo capability, endpoint adjustments, fail-safe, deadband, overload protection, and all the good stuff. It seems like quality, and we'll just show this. Wow.
And you can see the mounts there. So it's got side, mounts on the side because this is wing
tabs,
servo, right? Yeah. Lay flat. And what a lot of people are doing these days are 3D printing servo trays that would kind of snuggle and fit inside, to where you basically glue in the tray and then you can screw the servo into the tray. instead of gluing the servo like in the old days. We had to glue the servos right to the wing,
Right.
And you broke the wing trying to get it out if it failed, or you had to replace it or change it. But it's a lot easier these days.
Well, I don't think I have to tell anyone about Hitec, but it's hitekrcd.com if you want to go check out the HS7115TH slim high torque titanium. I would just call it the titanium. 3D printed plane. It seems to be a weekly thing now. This
it's
like
hot.
Something I might have. The stiletto. I'll let you talk, Jason.
Yeah, it's this guy designed it. I mean, again, like I said last time, I think there's just so many unique airplanes and designs that you just can't get produced on a mass scale. So design it for 3D printing, and then anybody can make it if they want to. So this is like a twin boom kind of flying wing, but it is there's a twin boom with an elevator on the back, but
no rudder.
No rudders, ailerons, elevator, very simple. Designed for FPV or for just line of sight, whatever you want to do. But it looks like they're getting really savvy with the design of these things to make them print very easily on most printers. So that used to be kind of difficult, but they've getting it to where it doesn't have a lot of infill, and it's still strong and structurally sound, but easy to print. So that's awesome there. It makes it just much more approachable for new people to the hobby of 3D printing. But cheap electronics, easy to build. Cheap.
And it looks really, really good. It's one of the best looking 3D printed planes, other than that plane we looked at last week. This thing looks hot.
Yeah, and they keep getting better. And then you're able to print with different colors. So you can kind of design your color trim scheme based on how you print it, which is really neat. So
I guess if you're flying FPV, green is not a bad color because it doesn't matter. But
yeah, true.
I wouldn't do
hard line of sight on that one.
But if you crash it, you'll never find it because it'll be the same color as everything in the pasture. Maybe yellow next time.
There you go.
All right, we'll fast forward a little bit and take them there. FPV.
There's some onboard footage.
The world is, man, it looks like art.
And he's got an autopilot, system on this, so it's, if you lose signal, lose FPV, you can safely return to home and regain control and land it. So it's a lot easier these days to do some FPV work.
Nice. All right. Coming soon. And I don't know if soon is now. We'll go take a look. AJ Aircraft. They have an extra 330SX. It's the new 120cc extra 330SX with quick release throughout the updated airfoils to release maximum airframe potential. That's aj-aircraft.com. Let's just go see if it's there. It's coming. Let's click on this and see if anything happens. Up your game. It's not there yet. So this is a warning. AJ has a new airplane coming.
Coming soon. It's a good looking color scheme.
Hey to everybody over there. And then finally, we're coming to this cool thing that Jason posted.
This is wild. So yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of creative, fun people out there. They took this thing from a World War II era, like terrain following plane where it had these just long sticks that would go down, and they had them, it like would connect to the control surfaces. And you can see there, he's like controlling the canards. So as it would like hit the ground, it would allow the plane to pitch up and then not crash into the ground. And then it would kind of get into a self-stabilizing, mode and just fly across the ground. And if it get too low, it would push the sticks up and it would increase the altitude a little bit and just do that. So
if you can't see it, it has this huge long arm that hangs down below the
like
plane,
little whiskers, catfish whiskers.
And well, the original one was the arm with a wheel, and then that controlled the elevator. But this has whiskers.
Yeah, so it's wild.
So now we're just,
functionally, I don't know if it's really at the beginning that he's trying to do electronic sonar to achieve the same thing. And then he's got some cool like smoke and lasers, and you can see like the vortices that are created from the plane flying through. Pretty cool. And then towards the end, there he goes. He gets in with the whiskers and direct, surface control based on that touching the ground. It's just wild. And he 3D prints a mount to get the nose off the ground. Just the engineering that goes into some of these videos is pretty incredible. So it ends up not being like super successful. You can see it just oscillates and bounces up and down. It doesn't ever get to a system that works the way it did in World War II. I don't even know if that's something they actually used.
It's more like a kangaroo in the video. It just is hopping
up and down.
across the field.
But interesting idea, right? I mean, I don't know if there's any way to use that in beginner planes. So, if they're going into the ground to crash or land hard or something, that can kind of help them land a little softer, maybe. I don't know, but it's probably nothing really totally useful in the future, but interesting and fun video to watch.
I just realized something, and I'm not sure how quick I'll be able to pull this up. I'm going to look up we need to do a blast from the past video.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So once again, Toledo Trade Show, and somehow someone has said, have you seen this? And then this is what happens. Now, if you start watching this and you're like, I've had enough. No. Wait till the end, because the guy who this looks like happens to be standing there. And then I make the little Pete doll do everything that Pete does. And then Pete gets he doesn't seem plussed about the whole situation. So here we go. Hey everyone, we're in the Horizon booth, and we've got a new product. They just brought it out called Little Pete. That's Lil Pete. And Little Pete can fit in most airplanes. What size airplane will it fit the best in? Like 15
cc, maybe Carbon Cup.
Now, Little Pete will make you fly better, and you'll develop an accent. So he's only $29.99, and Little Pete is modeled directly off Pete Goldsmith, a world famous RC pilot.
Used to be turning around like.
Little Pete says things like, "Don't make people do what you don't want them to do, Jim." And he says, "Bring on the bass, JD." Wait, no, he's the bass player. Anyway, Little Pete from Horizon Hobby.
He also says, "You're a strange girl, Ashley, but I like you, all right."
What else does he say, Dave?
Normally he comes with legs.
Yeah, the tragic accident with this Little Pete.
Groovy cats.
Groovy cat.
Do you have a Little Pete?
I don't have a Little Pete story.
Little Peteism.
I don't have a Pete story.
I have a Little Peteism. This guy invented all the planes you've ever flown.
There's the real Pete.
Oh, let's go get him.
Oh, it's a rare.
The real Pete is here.
Oh.
Now tell me this. So we're doing this
like
video
this
about the new product from Horizon.
Hey.
Little Pete. Little Pete will fit in most size airplanes and increase your piloting skills.
There it is.
Actual Pete. It's the same. Could you do the voice for Little Pete? Can you give us a Little Pete voice?
Hey, buddy, how's it going?
Little Pete also says to give you inspiration when you're flying. He'll say,
Jimmy, you're a knucklehead.
"You can do it." What's the worst that could happen, mate? Maybe you crash. You buy a new airplane.
Well, I feel pretty honored to have a Pete doll. Must be somebody special.
Little Pete has Velcro on his butt, so you can wear him on your shoulder. Take him around to events. Little Pete from Horizon Hobby, $29.99. I'm making him imitate Pete's
All right,
movements
thank
here.
you all for coming. Back to the show now.
Watch Pete leave. Little Pete's back. So, also, he's going to fold his arms
I
in
think he's
disgust.
just having fun making him.
Allie,
walk.
tell him about the next action figure you're bringing out.
The little one.
Little Juan.
Yeah. He's had the arms crossed. Look. You guys are in trouble.
He was not.
It looks so much like him, though. That's so funny.
I
need that laugh.
I think he'd had enough there at the end.
Yeah, he's walking around.
That happened more than a few times at Toledo, where I would get into something and somebody was, and I couldn't stop though. It was too good, you know.
Pete's such a great guy, though, too. A good sport.
Yes.
He helped me with my discus launch glider launch technique. Like, he didn't have to do that a long time ago. He just loves the hobby and supporting everybody in it, and he's good.
He's an icon.
Yeah,
for sure. Hey, with that said, and not to get serious here, Jeff Carr, who really was the first guy, other than Jason, was the first guy to really help me with anything cell plane. But I went to Joe Nall one year and I brought my DLG that I bought that looked like I'd found it in a back alleyway. And Jeff Carr helped me out, and I was throwing, and he was giving me tips, and he's been having some health issues. And so I want everyone to put some good thoughts to Jeff's way. And we hope you get better, man, and get back out there and get to slinging again.
Yep. Hope to see you soon.
This has been the RC News. You know, we're kind of creating it as we go. The goal is to share things that we think you might want to know as a hobbyist and interview people in the hobby so you can get to know the people that are bringing you the airplanes and supporting the hobby and making it grow and move forward. We're always open to suggestions. Leave them down in, comments or shoot us a PM, whatever you want to do. I have a theory on who might be with us next week. I actually have 2 or 3 people kind of in the lineup. So that's awesome that people are like, I want to be on the show. And if you want to be on the show, let me know. We'll see how it goes. I got to get Jason's approval, and then it goes through a 4-man voting process. So, and I don't know.
I hope Gator RC takes my advice and gets the live gator for wrestling at events.
Well, but after they left, they sent me an email that I saw pop up, and I'll reply, just checking in to make sure you got the alligator.
Nice.
Well, everyone, we're at 44. That's lucky. And if you've been with us this long, be sure and hit subscribe and all that good stuff. And we appreciate you. And we'll be back next week. So once again, down in the description for the link, so you can go look at all the stories that we talked about. And I'm uploading this today, Friday, because you've had enough. Just kick back. Enjoy yourself.
Go fly.
Thank you for your time. Jason, I appreciate you.
Yep. Bye, y'all.
Bye.